I want to stab that bear with a knife. Just like all his fluff come out, just.
And then they're. Welcome, everybody, to the Bob and Katie Show.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Bob. A few weeks ago, a guy posted a video on Facebook, and I showed it to you. He was at a hotel in Myrtle Beach. He found bed bugs all over the hotel room.
Are you sure you showed me that?
Did I not show you that?
I don't think you did.
Really?
Because, let me tell you.
Maybe you blacked out.
I would remember a freaking video with bed bugs, or any type of bugs for that matter. I don't think you showed it to me.
I think maybe you like blacked it out.
You think so? You think my mind just like completely blocks it?
Well, he pulls up the covers on like the corner of the bed, and you could
okay, I'm like getting tinglies on the back of my neck. I'm like, ugh.
Oh, you think you're getting tinglies on the back of your neck now?
I don't think I want to hear about this.
You wait to the end of the episode when I'm making you stick your hand in that box. That's going to be fun.
I'm telling you, if there is something alive in that box, oh, you don't want to go to sleep tonight.
Well, he was finding bed bugs on the corners of each bed. He lifted the covers up and you could just see him moving. Like, it was really, really bad.
Oh my God.
And I didn't know too much about bed bugs. I've heard of them before, but I didn't really know anything about them. So then I was like, I'm going to look them up. I'm going to do some studying.
I'm getting like those shivers down my spine. I don't do bugs. Oh.
Well, I did a lot of reading. And I learned some things about
bugs?
them. Yeah, about bed bugs. And then I started getting nervous. I was like...
It makes you never want to stay at a hotel ever again, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I searched our room just to make sure.
Our bedroom?
Yeah.
Like, you were double checking to make sure we didn't have bed bugs?
I think it was because, like, I watched the video and then I did all the reading and I was like...
You were paranoid. You're like,
So I started looking at all the corners he did and I didn't find anything. So we're good. We're bed bug free in the McKnight household.
Yeah, you best believe I found a bed bug in my bed. It's going to be lit on fire. Possibly inside of our apartment.
You need to call me at work. Hey,
we
Bob,
gotta move.
I want to let you know I didn't set the apartment on fire. Got the kids in the truck. And I'm gonna be like, did you get the podcast equipment out for you to set the bedroom on fire? But I learned some things I wanted to tell you about.
I don't think I want to know.
First of all, I'm not sure. I don't know why they're called bed bugs, but they can live anywhere. I think they tend to end up in your bedroom because they're nocturnal and they feed on blood, and that's where you sleep. So they crawl up your arms.
Oh my God. Stop.
And then they bite you, and they have two little things that come out that go into your skin, right?
This is giving me anxiety so bad. I don't know what the word is. I remember you looked it up before, but there's a word. There's a word. It's like, people who are claustrophobic or scared of, like, small spaces. Well, there is a word for people who, like, just don't do bugs. And
I'm going to Google it.
Like, I'm serious. Like, any type of bug, I get a knot in my stomach. And I get chills. I can't. Oh, God, I can't do it.
Now, I let the audience know a lot how dumb I am, so I'm not going to do that this time, and I'm just going to have you read the word.
You're going to make me look dumb.
It's the one that starts with an E.
It's like entomology. Entomophobia.
There you go. The extreme fear of bugs.
Or...
Arachnophobia. That's
a carnophobia.
Oh, okay. Well, I couldn't read that right. See, I did it anyways. I screwed myself up.
I'm not like I don't like putting labels on people in general, especially myself. But I'm just saying, I'm not saying that I am a carnophobia or entomophobia or whatever it is.
I'm saying
I don't want that label.
Oh, you have that label. I'm just saying.
I really, really hate bugs.
I see goosebumps on your arms right now.
Like, I'm like the chills that, like, it starts at, like, your neck and, like, goes down your spine and you're just like, yeah. What are you trying? Like, I'm gonna go to bed after this.
No,
are you trying to give me nightmares? I'm gonna be laying there in bed talking about, oh my God. At least you checked our bed.
Yeah. They're good. It's good. We're bed bug free. Well, they have two little tubes that come out of their mouth when they crawl on you. One of them sucks blood up. And the other one...
Oh, God, what does the other one do?
The other one puts saliva in. Why is that?
Ew! So they inject you with their own saliva?
Yeah, like, I've never...
That is disgusting. I don't even want your saliva on me. Like, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
That is disgusting.
Now let's just think about it. What if people were like that? Like if we were at a restaurant...
I'm just gonna bite you and inject my saliva into you?
That's freaking horrifying. That's not where I was going.
That is disgusting.
In my hypothetical situation, I was assuming that we would still eat the same foods, not become vampires of the night.
Oh. But like whenever we eat,
we go to a restaurant, right? And we're sitting there,
like,
we're like
food goes in,
yeah.
saliva comes out.
Yeah, like we're like, okay, I'm gonna eat this big bacon cheeseburger with A1 sauce and the fried onion rings on it, and like you take a bite and then you spit on it, like and that's how you.
Oh god!
Like by the end of the meal, like your bun's gonna be all soggy. You know what I mean? From the A1 sauce and the spit. So like,
oh gosh,
you're in the restaurant.
Gross.
And like all you hear is just people spitting. Do you hear how loud that one was? He must really like that. What's he having? I'm gonna have that.
Oh my god.
Now, let's talk about the mating habits of the bedbug. Male bedbugs are rapists. It is absolutely horrid the way that they populate.
Was it worse than sharks?
Yeah. I don't know if female bedbugs have vaginas. I'm not sure if that exists or not. But I know when the male mates with them, they don't use it.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah, it's crazy.
How do they mate?
So their male member comes out and it's apparently really sharp, and they grab the female and just stick it into her stomach. It pierces her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're known to die from the injuries or to like get infections. And then like they can lay up to like 7 eggs a day or something like that. And eventually like if they live through it all, they move on to try to like get away from it. And it's so violent that the male of the species has a hormone that they release to go, hey dude, I'm not a girl. Don't stab me in the stomach. And it happens. Like sometimes the males jump on other males and just like that scene, you know, in that movie. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Oh my goodness.
Rapist. Like,
I think, like, that's, like, beyond. Like, I don't even know what the word is. That's, like, beyond rape, okay? It's like, I'm just gonna, like, stab you with my penis wherever I feel like on your body. That's horrible. I can't remember. I could be wrong. But I'll say it's cats. The cat penises, like, when cats do it, like, their penises, they're, like...
They turn it like spikes, so that...
Yeah, like, so
I
it,
think
like...
you're right.
Stays in.
That's like a trick. That's like
You know?
switching bait.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I can't really remember. But I think, yeah.
We're just going to assume that you're right.
I think.
Let's roll with it.
If I remember correctly.
It's like medieval times.
Yeah, it's. I
Not the restaurant, but like.
Cat.
Back in the day.
Like, yeah, like a male cat. Like, when they're, like, doing it, it's like.
It goes in and like these spikes come out.
Yeah.
And
it's like a torture device.
Acid comes out of it. And
I don't know about acid.
We're really lucky the cat just lives through the whole ordeal. Like, I don't even know how, like, cats are
like,
still
have you ever,
alive.
Like, I grew up in the country, and so did you. You ever, like, hear,
I don't know
like,
where this story's going right now, but I'm nervous.
Cats up in the woods, and they're
they're
making
doing it?
horrible sounds,
Yeah.
and you're like, what is that?
Them spikes
Whenever
just came
I
out.
learned about, stuff like that with the cats, I was like, that's why the cats are making the noises back there in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible. Anyway, I think maybe we should move on from the mating habits of other species.
You want to talk about dead people?
Not particularly, but
Well-
I'm sure that's not going to stop you.
Yeah, it's not going to stop
It's
me
not
at
going
all.
to stop you at all.
All right, so I met this guy
He
over in
was
the...
alive?
Yeah, he was alive in this instance.
Like,
he was
what does
alive.
this have to do with dead people?
I'm getting there. Just give me a second. You're always rushing me. Well, his name is Jason, and him and his wife, Andrea, do a podcast called The Skeptic Smash Talk.
Okay.
Well, he listened to the show and said he liked it, and he actually sent us an email.
To our show.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
And he wanted all of us to do like a podcast together, like an episode where we all record, I guess, like via Skype and that kind of
Aw.
stuff. And I was like, well, obviously you haven't listened to too many of our episodes because you would know. I didn't even know we were going to record tonight. Like, our schedule is just so berserk and out of control. We don't know when it's going to happen.
Yep.
So I was like, I think it would be fun, but I don't think we can do it. But what we did decide on is something sort of like we did with Beardwax, how we'd kind of like pick a topic and just talk about it for a minute. And if you like the topic, which you might not because it's about dead people, then you can go to his podcast.
What in the world? How did we get from mating rituals to dead people?
We're living on the edge in this one.
This is becoming a really morbid episode.
Well, the topic was actually morticians. I figured that would be an interesting thing to go at. What do you know about morticians?
Not a lot.
You didn't do any research?
They work with dead people. What do you mean research?
Come on now. I know he was asking about life insurance at one time. You've been looking into this stuff trying to make me disappear. What you know about morticians?
That doesn't mean I know anything about morticians. Just
yeah, see? I about had it on tape. You about admitted to it to everybody.
I'm not trying to be the one to embalm your body.
From now on, I want to see everything you cook for me. I want to see it. You know what? From now on, microwave meals. That's all we're eating from here on out.
Yeah, okay. Good luck with that.
All right, guys. If you ever hear about me dying a weird and strange death, please ask the cops to refer to this episode.
I watched My Girl. Her dad was he worked at a funeral home.
That pretty much makes you an expert, so go ahead and expound on that.
I'm just saying, that's like where I got my knowledge.
Wasn't that movie? Oh my God.
Oh my God, so sad. I don't even want to talk about it anymore because it was so sad.
No, I want to talk about it.
No, you just made me watch Titanic the other night.
I did.
Movie was way sadder than I remembered.
There was lots of dead people in that movie.
Yeah.
But no morticians. I mean, there might have been a mortician on the boat.
There could have been.
For the sake of this conversation, there's no mortician. But you know what? The topic was morticians. We had no way of knowing what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about My Girl for a minute because that involved a mortician. That was Jeff Daniels, right? Wasn't that her dad? I'm pretty sure it was. No, it wasn't Jeff Daniels. It was the guy from Ghostbusters. This is bad. I want to say Troy Aikman, but that was...
It definitely wasn't him.
That was a quarterback. Dan Aykroyd. That was his name.
That was her dad?
Yeah, in the movie.
No, it wasn't.
What? Yes, absolutely it was. I'll show you a picture. I know what I'm talking about. I just cheated. Definitely her dad in the movie.
Huh.
I'm sure if I'm incorrect, someone will set it straight.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Now, Macaulay Culkin was in that movie, and he played the little boy that liked her with the glasses, and that was the most horrible part. Let's just get right to it. The worst part about that movie was when he got stung by the bees.
Oh my God. I don't even want to talk about it.
And he died. Now,
it's horrible.
I don't mind going on record and saying, sometimes dudes cry.
If you did not cry when you watch that movie, then you're not a human. Who could watch that and not cry? It's horrible.
That's
like watching Old Yeller and not crying.
Yeah. I didn't cry at Old Yeller.
What?
I didn't cry at Old Yeller.
Oh my God.
I can name the movies. My Girl. I cried in My Girl for sure.
Did you cry in Titanic?
I didn't cry in Titanic, but I got real upset. Really upset. I think I might have cried when I was real young watching Lion King.
Oh, like when Simba's dad died?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Crazy.
Weren't you so mad at freaking Scar? Like you just wanted to jump in the movie and just choke him out because he's so mean.
And then I try to tear up even to this day at the ending of Toy Story 3 almost every time.
We just watched this the other day, and granted, we watch between the 3 Toy Story movies, we watch
2-3 hours every day.
One of them several times a day, every day. And lately, if I try to put on anything else, Reagan, she will follow me around, slouch over going, oh, watch Woody Buzz. Oh, watch Woody Buzz. Oh, watch Woody Buzz.
Those are
Woody
my kids.
Buzz. They wake up in the morning. I say, good morning. They say, Reagan says, oh, watch Woody Buzz. Woody Buzz. Awesome. Woody Buzz. It's, oh my God.
It's incredible. I love it. Yeah,
so we were watching Toy Story 3 the other day. And I mean, I watch it all the time.
I took a picture of you at the end of the movie.
You took a picture of me crying?
I sure did. It was great. That's the best part about sad movies is watching it with your crying wife.
Them almost being incinerated, that part is sad enough. Whenever they kind of just give up.
Well, I mean, here's the thing,
and they're just let's face it, we're about to die.
We're taking a break from morticians for a minute. Let's talk about Toy Story for a second.
That's what I'm talking about. You're interrupting me. I'm trying to talk about Toy Story right now.
And you're getting me all worked up. That stupid bear, Lotso. They tried to save him like 3 or 4 times.
I know. Woody and Buzz almost got ground up by that little trash grinder uppy thingy.
Yeah, they had to grab the golf clubs and like go up. They almost died there, right? And then I don't know why they got off of that thing.
That bear. I want to stab that bear with a knife. Just like all his fluff come out. Just.
And then then once they get past the grinder, right? And then Rex is like, "Oh, we're getting out. There's daylight." And Woody's like, "I don't think that's daylight." And then they all start running, right? But the trash is just pulling them. And they lift the bear out to go hit the button,
stop button,
button. And he gets up there and he puts his hand on it.
Oh, jerk.
And then he looks at him and he's like, "Where's your kid now?" And then he hobbles off and I'm like, that son of a... And then they go into the accelerator room. Accelerator. What's the word I'm looking for?
Incinerator.
Incinerator. And like everybody's scrambling, you know, and it's like being on an escalator that's going down. Like you're walking as hard as you can, but you're not getting anywhere. And like everybody's freaking out. And then they just like, I think Buzz looks down at Jesse and it's amazing how real it becomes. Like they're not real characters. You know what I mean? Like it's a cartoon. It's animated. But when you see him grab her hand, you're just like,
they're like, let's face the music, guys.
And then
we're not going to make it out of here. At that moment, oh my God, it's like the saddest thing ever. But then, like, I made it through that part, okay? Because I'm like, okay, I know what's going on. I know. But then at the very end, where Andy takes the box of toys to the little girl to Bonnie's house.
Oh my gosh.
And he's like, oh, he's introducing all the toys to her. And then he introduces them all. And then she looks in the box and she says, oh, my cowboy doll. That moment that he decides to let go of Woody.
I felt like the skin around my heart was just going to bust open and then my heart was going to fall out and hit the ground.
Can't give him away. He's a Woody doll.
No, Andy. He's in the car, right? And she holds up Woody or like waves or something. And you just see the breath come out of him. And he's like, because he knows that was his best friend. And now his best friend's going to be gone.
I like, what got me the last time, because like I said, we watch it all the time, and I like can't make it through it without crying. But the other day, it was the last line of the movie. You see Andy driving away into the sunset, and all the toys are sitting there like on the front stoop of the house, and Woody says,
Wait. Let's do it all theatrical, right? So they're staring out at the car, and the car's just driving away, and the sunset's pretty, and you can see the back of Woody, and then all of his toys who he's loved his whole life. That's his best friend. His best friend in the whole world. Could you imagine your best friend just leaving? The person that you love just gone. And he looks at the car and he says, "So long, partner." And I was like, oh God. Like I was like, I'm not gonna cry this time. And when Woody's gazing at Andy driving away and he says, "So long, partner," it's like he accepts it, you know, and I'm like, oh my God, this is the saddest thing ever in life. Every time we watch that movie, you're like, we're never watching this movie again. Oh my gosh, I hate this movie. We're not watching it again. Oh, it just gets you right in the feels. Right in the feels? Yeah. Right in that soft spot. Oh my God, it's horrible. Right there in your, that spot in your heart that's real soft. You know. All of mine is soft. All of yours is soft. Not all of mine is soft. There's a couple soft spots in there. I'll tell you what, those cheeseburgers I ate, though, it's going to start clogging it up. Make it a little meaner, a little fatter, and then eventually have a heart attack and die. I think that's how it works. Stop. So speaking of dead. Oh, my goodness. When you die, I'm asking you right now, do you want to be cremated or you want to go in the box and buried? I don't think I want to be cremated. Okay. You want to have open casket? Assuming that whatever that I'm going to live tragic way that you went away. A ridiculously long, healthy, wonderful life and die very peacefully in my sleep. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. Open casket? Yeah. Maybe you'll change your mind after I tell you a few things I found out about what morticians do to you. Oh my gosh. How weird is it like to go to a funeral that's an open casket and you're just like looking at this like dead, you know, family member, loved one, friend, acquaintance, whatever. You're just like, they're there, right there. They're I know. Dead. It's like I always worry about like, am I up here too long? Is it weird? So like I walk up, you know, and I look down and in my mind I'm like, how long do I stay up here? And then I go, I'm in the wrong room. I don't know this guy. And you got to turn around and act like everything's good.
What?
And then
Weirdo.
Okay, first fact, which isn't anything I do now. During the Middle Ages of Western Europe, people feared that the deceased person, their spirit, would rise later to haunt or harm the living. So, the mortician, a part of their job was to cut your head off so that wouldn't happen.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
So, like, no matter the manner of death, you automatically got decapitated.
Oh, yeah, your head's gone. Head's gone.
So, I guess they didn't have too many open casket funerals back then.
I don't really think they had that great of a casket anyway, so it was a couple boards nailed together. If that, they probably just put them in a hole. I don't know what they did back then. I'm not a scholar, I'm not a history buff. Now, here's the thing. That wasn't the only thing they would do if your death got more violent. Like, an example they had was if you committed suicide. Like, that's big. Like, that's a big thing. Like, there's something seriously wrong, and if this spirit gets out, it's, all hell's gonna break loose. So not only would you get decapitated, but they would put a spike through your heart. Like you were a vampire.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I'm just like, no, you're not a vampire. It's a dead person. That's not going to bite anybody. That's crazy, right? Now, when I was looking at the embalming process, the first step to embalming someone is checking the paperwork because it says it is not uncommon. All right. Not uncommon for the hospital to send you the wrong person.
When you say send you the wrong person, like, do you mean like an alive person?
No, they send you the wrong body to embalm until I get ready for a funeral.
So they're down there in the morgue just mixing up the dead bodies? Like, how does that even happen? Like, it seems like that's something you would keep straight.
You would think so. So now my story about going into the funeral and somebody being different might not be that far off. So that's the first thing they check.
Wow.
Now, a couple other weird things they do that I found out, they have something called eye caps. Because apparently when the body starts to, not be doing so well, the eyeballs kind of like go back. So they put these things in there so that...
Yeah, like they, I guess, like deflate because they're filled with fluid.
Yeah.
And, that fluid, if it's not there,
You made that sound so less gross than what I was doing. Like when I was saying it, people were probably like, oh God. And then you were like, oh, it's just deflating. It's fine. It's just a little
drying out.
It's just a drying out eyeball. It's just deflating just a little bit. So they put
like
these
dry eyeballs, like a dried out deflating eyeball is not gross.
There's like that old Jewish guy in the corner with the little bottle of stuff, and he's like, wow. Like, you know what I'm talking about, those commercials? Never mind, forget it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Somebody out there in the world does. It's okay. But it's like little caps they put underneath the eyelids so that
it looks round.
Yeah, so it looks
like
round, stays
natural.
out. And then they sew them shut because
I knew that. I knew that
if you don't sew them shut, they can just
come open.
Like then you're at the casket going,
how freaked out would you be?
Be like, this is not
dead. Like you're at a funeral and you walk up to like pay your last respects and like you're whoever you. Like, their eyeball comes open.
Like Betty, Russell's eyes just opened.
Oh my God, I would pee right there.
It's funny because we're kind of talking about it. It's like really funny in like an Adam Sandler movie, like when he opened that casket and the frozen guy pops out. But in real life, if something like that happens.
How horrifying.
Oh yeah, you run away, people throwing up in the aisles.
Horrifying.
I'm just walking away going, I'm glad I didn't know that, dude. Like, I mean, like, that's...
Why
it's insane.
Talk about strangers' funerals. You just hang out at funeral homes attending random funerals.
It's like a really horrible version of that movie, Wedding Crashers.
Oh my gosh.
But they sew your eyelids shut, your mouth. Like, they sew your mouth shut.
I guess the same thing, like, you can just come open.
Here's another thing. Rigor mortis sets in.
Uh-huh.
You know how they fight that?
No, I don't.
They give them a massage. They massage the body to loosen it up.
Oh my God.
So
it's like...
You think your job is bad? You gotta massage a dead person. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you think you have to be trained for that? Like, like how massage therapists, like, you go to school to learn how.
Oh, you absolutely do, because the way that I read it was there's like veins that are supposed to have fluids in them that no longer do. So you have to hit those certain spots to kind of like, to help it out and to push the embalming fluids through and to make it to good again. And then when the blood's gone, you turn white. So
Yeah.
the fluids they put in is like dyed like a pinkish color to try to give you a little bit of color. Yeah, it's weird, right? It's weird. Now,
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
here's the next thing that I
Involved.
didn't know.
Oh, I know, like, they'll put, like, makeup on people.
Oh
sometimes.
yeah, sure.
Especially,
They do
like,
they do their
ladies and
hair
stuff.
and makeup and
Yeah.
stuff.
But yeah, I didn't know that it was, like, dyed to be, I guess, more similar to blood.
The
Makes
next
sense.
thing that I didn't know they did, in your nostrils, they shove like cotton inside of them. If you're a female, they put the cotton in your vagina. And then for both sexes, they put it in your rectum to stop stuff from leaking out inside the casket.
Oh.
Your job just went from gross to
So,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even,
Do we need to take a break? Are you?
I didn't even know. I will never go to a funeral, and I'm gonna know, oh, they have cotton stuff on their butt.
Yeah, because there's just so much bodily fluids just leaking out.
Oh, my goodness. Speaking of, bodily fluids leaking out.
Oh God.
Not in the same manner.
You got dead people in the closet.
No. But I don't know. I kind of want to say equally as gross, but I don't know. I don't know if I can top, dead people having cotton shoved in their butt. Bodily fluids, I do know something about after this week, especially. I have to say, this past week has probably been one of the, most challenging, I believe, of my parenthood.
Oh, you're talking about with the
journey.
kids?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was like, man, I don't know what's been going on when I'm at work with you, but if I need to go get you some cotton balls,
I'm
you
just like a secret,
just let me know.
a closet mortician I just haven't been telling you about. No.
You better be getting paid good, because everything I just read about, like, you gotta make some good money.
No.
People are like, this funeral was $10,000. Yeah, well, it was $500 for the casket, $100 went to room, and then the rest of it was to pay that dude for sticking cotton in your butt.
Oh, gosh. Man.
Yeah, so tell us about your week. What?
So, oh my gosh. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. Our kids have picked up this stomach bug, this really nasty stomach bug.
Hold your thought right there. I want to give a shout out real quick. There we got a new listener. I can tell you about this before we get into the story. His name's Tyler. We came across each other on Facebook because I think we both listen to the same podcast, Tell 'em Steve Dave, and we consider ourselves to be what we call ants. And he's listening to our show now. He's only been listening for about 2 days, but he put a comment up on Facebook tonight, and he asked like what our most outrageous night out together was, and then he goes, I'm sure it involved poop. Like, he's been listening to our podcast for 2
We
days.
always talk about poop.
And he's like, you guys are going to talk about poop. Well, here you go, Tyler. This is a story about poop.
Well, we didn't go out. This happened right here at our house.
Yeah, we don't have to go out. We don't go out anymore, man, dude. That's the life. I go to work and then I come back here.
So anyway, the kids have a stomach bug, and it's been going on all week. I'm talking like full blown vomit, diarrhea. It's been horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So the other day was right after breakfast. The kids are in the living room playing, and Riley's standing right in front of the couch, and he was standing like in between the couch and the coffee table. And see, the thing is I think moms have like this sixth sense that you just know when a child is about to vomit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just know. And I guess because I'm the one who has to clean it up off the floor if it happens, like, you just know. And like, he's thrown up so many times. And
Now, just so everybody knows, like, I was at work, right? It wasn't like I was here and like a child threw up on the floor and I was like, clean it up, wench. You're the one that cleans the puke up
I'm just
off the
saying, like,
floor.
I knew. I was like, he's about to throw up. And so like, I was right there. And it's amazing to me how many times over this past week that I have literally caught vomit in my hands. I've caught spit up in my hands, sure, when they were like little, but this is not spit up.
No.
This is puke. In no other way around it.
This is the grossest episode we've ever recorded.
But anyway, it's like, I just like know, I sense that he's about to vomit. I'm making the hand motion.
I love how you're just sitting there like with your hands
I'm
cupped. Like, you're not even looking at the microphone anymore. You're just looking at the emptiness in your
like,
hands.
It's just
That was filled with dread just a few days ago.
The memory is still there. And so anyway, he goes to vomit and I catch it in my hands for like the third time so far this week. And he like keeps puking.
So
and
this isn't
my
the first time.
hands-
This isn't the first time this week you've caught vomit in your hand.
No, this was not the first time. This was like day 3 when this happened. It was a couple days ago.
Anybody that's new, our son's 2. It's not like he's like a 21-year-old just got done
No,
drinking.
they
or
will be
something.
2 in 2 days.
There'll be 2 by the time this episode comes out.
So I catch the vomit in my hands, but it keeps coming. It keeps coming. And it's like the really liquidy kind. And so anyway, my hands get full. There's nowhere for it to go.
So naturally,
So naturally, I throw it on the coffee table.
because that makes sense. I guess it does.
It was like,
It's like you look around the room and your brain goes, okay, couch, floor, bookshelf, coffee table. We're going with coffee table.
I guess it's like, I didn't really think about it. I just kind of did it. But yeah, I guess like in my subconscious is like, this is going to be the easiest surface to clean it off of. And so I literally took a handful of vomit and like, flung it on the coffee table. And then like, okay, I like, it keeps coming. My hands get full again.
You did it more than once. You threw it.
No, like, okay. It was, at this point, it was splattered all over our coffee table.
Yeah, it's because you threw it. You
And I had
threw
another
vomit.
handful that I needed to get rid of. Oh God, I can't even say it. It's disgusting. So my empty coffee mug was sitting on the coffee table. And so
No way. You threw it in the coffee mug?
I poured my handful of vomit into my empty coffee mug.
Okay.
And then I like caught more vomit and yeah, and then he was done. So I'm like, you gotta do what you have to do. And at that moment, it involved flinging vomit on the coffee table and pouring it into an empty coffee mug.
So let me ask you a question. You're 32 now, right? Are you 32? Can I say that on record?
I'm actually 33, but okay.
Are
We
you?
can pretend.
Well, you look 22, so good job. So you're 33. Now let's pretend like you're your 18-year-old self, right?
Oh my
And I
heavens.
come up to you and I say, you know,
One day you'll catch a child's
At the
vomit
age
and
of
fling it on the
33.
coffee table.
at the age of 33, would you believe me if I told you you were going to hold vomit in your hand and then throw it onto a coffee table? and I would go, what do you think's happening in your life right now?
Oh,
like,
man.
what, if that's all the information you get, you're going to hold vomit in your hand and then throw it at a coffee table.
I have no idea.
Your mind, you couldn't wrap your mind around what situation and what bad decisions you've made in your life to get you to that point.
Really, compared to everything that's happened this week, as far as just the vomit and the poop goes, that's really like one of the mildest things.
Yeah.
You were here, it was a few nights ago.
When you picked the girl child up and poop fell out and landed on the floor? Is that
Oh,
the story?
no, that's not what I
Yeah.
was talking about. But
Because you asked me to come in there and help, and I walked in the room and started dry heaving. Because I can't handle the smells.
no, there were a few nights ago, we put the kids to bed, and it was like half an hour later, we hear Reagan in there going, Riley! And we check the monitor. You came over to me, you said, is that vomit? And I was like, oh God, go check. And we walked in there and turned on the light,
It
and
was
Riley had puked all over the bed. And they still share a bed. They're still sleeping in the same crib.
And I don't know when it happened.
Reagan was like backed into a corner.
Well, we've moved. Like, I don't know when this happened, but we moved from spit up to puke. Like, our babies are old enough now. They don't spit up anymore.
Well, it's not baby spit up.
If something comes out, there's food in it and acid and it smells bad.
Chunky. Ugh.
So Reagan had backed up into the corner.
Yeah, she was backed into the corner like a wild animal,
Yeah.
Trying to stay away from the vomit. But it's all over him. It was all over his pajamas.
Get it away!
She was freaking out. She was like, Riley. I think she was worried about him,
Yeah.
but then like
But she wasn't going to touch him.
she didn't want to get near it.
Like,
and
I
it
hope
was
you're
a-
okay, but you stay
It was
over
a
there
lot.
on
Like,
your
it
side of the
was-
crib.
It was a whole lot.
You get away from my toys.
And it was all over him in his pajamas. I had to get his pajamas, like, off of him, over his head, while, like, they're covered in vomit. The sheets, so many stuffed animals. So many. Like, our kids, they sleep with so many of their babies. Their stuffed animals are so many. And they were covered. So it's like 11 o'clock at night, I think, by this point. I'm in there, like, rinsing the boy child off in the shower, cause he's just covered in vomit. And his hair is everywhere. And then I'm having to, like, rinse stuff off in the sink before I can put it in the washing machine because it was so much and it was so, like, thick and chunky. I'm not just going to stick that in my washing machine. And, like, I'm dry heaving as I'm trying to rinse the vomit off. We had to change the sheets and everything, get them fresh blankets. It was a horrible mess. But then this morning happened and I was like, okay, I would much rather clean up vomit.
Okay, before you get into that, for everybody that's still listening, You got a good strong stomach, because I know this has been a rough episode, but it's fixing to get worse. You sent me a text this morning, and I was like, I need to call her. And when you answered the phone, and this is going to get a little real, and I'm sorry, I'm not like calling you out or anything, but I heard it in your voice, like you were ready to cry, like the world had crashed down on you. You had a bad morning.
Yeah. The kids slept late this morning, and, you know, they've been sick, so I was like, they'll sleep as long as they'd like. So it was like 11 by the time I finally heard Reagan in there. I never checked the monitor. I just heard her in there, and I was like, I'm gonna go get him. I walk in the door, and as soon as I open the door, oh man, the smell that hit me when I opened that door, I knew. And as soon as I opened the door, I knew. I was like, oh my God. I walk over to the crib, and there was poop everywhere. And poor Riley.
And when you say everywhere, you mean not in a diaper.
It's like, it had they didn't take their diapers off. Diarrhea had leaked out. And poor Riley, he was laying there. He was on his stomach, and he's just laying there. And it was so bad. Reagan was standing up. Her diaper had leaked, but not quite as bad. She had leaked, and it was like running down her legs. Riley had leaked, and it had leaked out of like the top of the front of his diaper. And so I picked him up, and it's just covering just everywhere. And the smell is horrible. And I was just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my. It was like one of those moments my brain was just like, I don't know what to do right now. So I like run and I put him in the bathtub, like clothes on and everything. I just go, okay, stand here. I'm going to go get Reagan. And
I'm just glad you didn't put him in the trash. Talking about this one's broken. We're getting rid of this one.
I got his clothes off, and I went to take his diaper off. Like, he's standing in the tub because it's just everywhere. I take his diaper off, and it just, like, runs out.
Oh, God.
And same with Reagan. And I just start, like, I have the cup thing that is for rinsing their hair. And I'm just, like, getting water from the faucet, and I'm just rinsing. And I'm trying not to gag because it smells so bad. And then, like, I was texting you, and, like, okay, my thoughts were, my kids are covered in poop. I have to clean them off. Then it was like, okay, my kids have been sick for, like, a full week, and I can't take any more of this. The vomit and the diarrhea, it's bad, and it's not getting any worse. They need to go to a doctor.
Better. Not getting any better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The third thing was, there is a freaking tropical storm outside.
Yeah.
And I need to load up 2 kids into the car and take them to the doctor.
What's the name of this hurricane?
Hermine?
When I first read it, I thought it was Hermione, like
from Harry Potter? I did too.
And apparently I wasn't the only one, because I've seen stuff about it, yeah.
Yeah, and then the last thing was like, oh, I forgot what I was saying.
It's gone, huh? I messed you up with the Hermione thing.
Yeah, you know.
Well, we had to throw away one of the toys. Man, that made me really sad.
I was panicking, man. I was in full-blown panic mode. Our whole house smelled like diarrhea poop. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, I have to clean the kids off. So I got them, like, out, bathed and clean. And then I had to come handle the poop mess. And I go in there, and there's, like, stuffed animals and stuff just covered in poop. Reagan's poor Jessie doll, I sent you a picture because it was literally covered in poop.
I know, it's gross.
And I was like, oh my God. And most of them I was able to wash and salvage, but, like, she had one, it's like, toxin stuff, and it's got batteries, and you can't wash it. So it didn't make it. It had to go in the trash.
Now, if this is a competition between the 2 podcasts, the Bob and Katie Show and the Skeptic Smash Talk, about the topic of morticians, and if we got rated on range, then I think we killed it. Like, we covered dead people, Toy Story, and leaking children. But if we had to like stick to Strictly Morticians, and I think we kind of lost it a little bit. But if you want to hear how they covered it, just search them. And it's, I don't know. I think it'll be fun. It's always good when we cross bounds like that, but they're good people. Thanks for emailing us. Now I'm very excited about the next part, and this is what we're going to end with. I got this box over here, and I thought it would be fun to cut a little hole in it and let you reach inside and describe and tell the listeners what's inside.
I don't want to do that at all.
Tell everybody what's inside that box.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
So before we get into that, I have to tell you.
Oh, don't stop me now. This box scene's going to be so fun.
This week has been so disgusting and just bad. Reagan has picked up. She said, we noticed that she was doing it last night. She said, "Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God." And then today I heard her go, "Oh gosh. Oh gosh." Because she's heard, like, I've had to clean up so many, like, vomit and diarrhea messes this week that, you know, and I'm sure I was probably panicking going, "Oh my God. Oh my God." Reagan has started saying, "Oh my God. Oh gosh."
Well, I was working on some audio the other night, and I don't know what happened. I think I paused it. But when I paused it, I heard you go, "What is that?" And you were standing in the living room like I could see you.
This was in that was, I know what night you're talking about. And this was during this past week when I was dealing with all the vomit and stuff. And
well, I
saw something on the carpet and I was just like, "Oh my God."
Well, I heard you yell. You were like, "What is that?" And like, I didn't want to talk because I didn't want to get involved in the situation.
You were trying to stay away.
But I was definitely like interested. So I moved my headphones just back just a little bit so I could hear. And you go, you said, "Is that cheese? Is that cheese?" You said it twice. And then you go, "It's cheese." And then the next thing you say, it hurt my heart because when you said it, I heard how broken you were. You just go, "Dang it." Now tell me what it was exactly you found.
It was cheese. It was cheese on the floor. It was like, I think it was partially chewed up cheese. It wasn't vomit though, so I was okay. But that's what I thought, because it was like liquidy. But the kids had
a sandwich. It was a piece of, like, a small piece of sandwich cheese.
I think it was like partially chewed up cheese that like maybe they spit out, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh." But it wasn't vomit, so there's that. Yeah. But yeah, I was just like, it was something else to clean off of the carpet.
Before we get to our game, which, while you were talking about the cheese, I thought of a name for this game. We're just going to call it What's in the Box.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Before we get to that, you can always find us on Facebook, The Bob and Katie Show, Twitter, @Bob and Katie, because the was just too long.
@Bob and Katie Show.
Yeah, @Bob and Katie Show. We're on Snapchat, The Bob and Katie Show. I love Snapchat.
It's so fun.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's like you have fun with funny things and don't have to worry about a whole bunch of garbage.
Yeah.
I like it. Also, if you would like to support the Bob and Katie Show, you can go to patreon.com. The link is right at the top of our Facebook page.
It is pinned to the top of our Facebook page.
To the top. I actually just pinned a new one to the top today because I think I might have deleted the other one. That's probably going to get new subscribers.
What? We're talking about it's pinned to the top. No, it ain't.
Yeah. We try to get the people that support us on Patreon some special things that are not available to everybody else. I know there's been a couple of podcasts so far, a couple of episodes that we've given to people, but hey, I'm not above begging. Times are hard. It's not like a GoFundMe page. We're actually giving you something. We're contributing. Everything you're doing now is for free. And if you think we're jerks, we're jerks. So
what? Speak for yourself. I know jerk. I'm like the nicest person ever.
This is how the game's gonna work. There's a hole in the front of this box. And you gotta reach inside the box and find the item that I put in there.
I have to find it now?
What's a big box? And it might be a tiny item or a big box.
Oh my goodness.
And then just stay on the mic and tell us what you're going through, and then eventually try to figure out what it is.
Can you promise me that it's not alive?
I cannot
It's
promise
not
that.
going to bite me or sting me.
It won't bite you. But-
Oh my god.
So take your left hand, stay on the mic, reach in there.
I am. I don't want to stick my hand back in there.
You about knocked everything down in the floor. All right,
This is terrifying.
go ahead. Go.
Oh my god, I really.
I'm having to hold the box down now because she's yanking so much.
Oh my god, it's like moist. Oh my god, this is horrifying.
Okay, have you grabbed it yet?
It's moist.
Can you tell me what it is?
It's not vomit, is it?
No, the kids have been asleep for a while.
Oh my god, it's like squishy. What is that? Oh my god. I don't, it's cold and moist and squishy.
All right, just grab it. I promise it's not
No.
gonna hurt you. Just grab it and pull it out and look at it.
I don't want to.
It's okay. Go ahead. just pick it up. Just pick it up and pull it out. You'll be fine. I promise.
What the hell? It's a hot dog. It's like a chewed up hot. Did you gnaw on this? What did you do?
I squashed it up because I figured if I left it whole, it'd be easy to figure out.
Oh, that's disgusting. It looks like you gnawed on it. That was horrible. Do you know how horrifying it is? Like, not being able to see or have any idea what is inside of that box?
Okay. Item number 2.
How many times are you gonna make me do this?
4.
4? Oh my god. I'm like, this is horrifying. Oh my god.
Talk.
It's like soft. It's not as scary as before though. What?
Don't pull it out.
It's moist. Why is everything you put in here moist?
So we had a
It's soft.
Hurricane Hamaim.
Oh my god, is this a sock? Ew! Ew!
When I
Is that a dirty sock that you wore that's like sweaty and wet? Did you just take that sock off? Is that a dirty sock?
when it was raining really hard today, so as soon as I got out of my car for work,
Oh my god. Is that the
Immediately.
socks you were wearing today?
for 12 hours, and they were wet from hurricane rain.
Is this payback for something? What did I do to you? You made me touch your nasty, wet, sweaty, old, yucky socks. Do you hate me? Oh my gosh. Like, I haven't touched enough gross things lately.
Close your eyes.
I can't believe you made me touch your dirty sock. I swear this next thing better not be moist.
Okay, the next item, I promise, is not moist, but you can't shake it really hard, okay?
Oh my gosh. Will it break?
Item number 3. Why'd you snatch your hands out of there so
something
fast?
fuzzy touched me.
Talk.
It's furry. What is that? Oh my god.
Can you tell me what it is?
That's your hat.
Good job. It's my
your
snow hat.
My heart is racing. Oh my god. You don't know how you will react when you stick your hand in a box and something furry touches you. You don't know how you will react. This game gives me anxiety.
Okay. Here's the last item. You're gonna be fine. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. There's nothing as horrifying as just the first sticking your hand in the box and trying to find it. And what? That's a fake spider.
Oh, that didn't scare you? Everything else in the spider didn't scare you? I feel like it was really anticlimactic.
It was upside down. And
Would it
well,
have
it
been
was
better if it wasn't upside down?
Well, it was like, I felt it was hard, like, it was hard plastic. No, the worst was that hot dog. It was cold and squishy and wet. That was the worst. And then the next was the fur hat.
So, how did you like this game of What's in the Box?
No, it was horrifying.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it
So
here.
bad.
Katie does not like this game, so unless you guys tell us you want to hear it again, it's probably not going to be able to bring it back.
Like, my wrist is all red from, like, jerking my hand out on the box. I'm serious. Like, you don't know how you will react. Like, the unknown. It's the fear of the unknown. Sticking your hand into a dark box and you have no idea what's in there. It's absolutely horrifying.
It's the fear of the unknown. Find your laugh.
Find your happy.